webinar. So yeah, I see some new faces here. So I'm just going to launch a quick poll for you guys to fill up. Is this your first time here? Yeah, so just a quick introduction. So this is the daily currency call webinar where Jin shares his analysis and ideas for a specific currency each day. So for Monday, it's Aussie and New Zealand. Tuesday, which is today, he's going to do the euro. Wednesday, pound. Thursday, yen and gold. Friday, cat and oil. So yeah, let me take a look at the poll. Yeah, we've got quite a few newcomers here. So the scope of the webinar is, this webinar is going to be very, very beneficial to both long-term investors and short-term traders. Jin will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So just a disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Yeah, so just a quick introduction about the speaker today, Jin. Jin is the founder of LCMS Traders and Forex Briefcase. He teaches the students in LCMS Traders how to trade FX. And for Forex Briefcase, he trades a US $8 million account on a daily basis for his managed account clients. And also he's an international speaker where he speaks in countries like Hong Kong, UK, US, Australia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, sharing his views about the FX market. And recently he's also featured in the Singapore Money FM. Yeah. And I'm Jin Wei, and I've known Jin for about 3 years now, first as a student and now as a business partner. Jin has helped me a lot in terms of trading, and especially in terms of looking at FX from a fundamental point of view. So this is something you might want to look out for when he's sharing his analysis. So before I pass the time to Jin, do help me fill up another question, another poll, which is how did you get here? So yeah, while you guys are filling up, I will pass the time to Jin to get on with the analysis for today.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for that, Jin Wei. I don't know, time seems to be zooming by right now. We are live on Facebook, Forex Trading Asia. So to everyone on Facebook, if you can jump onto the Zoom call, then you can leave your questions on the Zoom chat as well. You know, we do this every day and there's no charge. So click like, click share. I'm just here to share with you my views on where I see the currency pair heading for the day. Super excited yesterday, well, last night we had a pretty fun, I had a lot of fun, a pretty fun session with the Traders Club members where I was walking through all the different currency pairs on the H1 time frame, identifying short-term, really short-term, like immediate trades to jump into, things that they can be looking for triggers to get into straight away. And we saw immediate results from last night. So, you know, if you're not already a Trader Club member, make sure you find us. Go to Facebook, LCMS Traders Club. Find us on Facebook and click join. It is $49 a month or $199 a year. You know, if you take your trading seriously, $199 a year is less than $1 a day, less than a pip, right, a day. But massively beneficial. Why I say that? Just last night, right? So we did a weekly call. Every Monday I do a weekly call where I go through coaching, I go through sharing of information from my view or from people that I invite in to speak. Last night I was going through different currency pairs. We looked at the whole range and we identified a range of currencies. Euro US just from last night to today would have made you 50 pips on what I was talking about. Pound on 30, US yen on 30, total of 110 pips. We had people who attended the session. Everyone who attended the session was sharing how much they made. So we had, you know, I know Kenneth made a lot of money. right? I know Kenneth made a lot of money. That's why he's buying me dinner tonight. So guys, those who want to come for dinner tonight, put up your hands. Kenneth is buying 5 lots and he's made a lot of money there. You know, we had Ethan who made 33 pips on euro, 26 on pound. Let's see, look, that's how much Kenneth made, right? That's how much Kenneth made in that few minutes. So that kind of sessions we do on Mondays. We also have coaching calls on Wednesday. So Daniel there, give us a big wave, Daniel. Daniel there does the coaching on Wednesday evenings at 8:30. I can't remember what he's going to do this Wednesday, but make sure you turn up this Wednesday where we have all the sessions recorded. How to use the parabolic SAR, how to use MACD, how to use Bollinger Bands, support resistance trends, reading the news. It's all there. It's all recorded. So if you need to rewatch it, it's there, right? You might not be a great trader now or yet, but as you go through all this and you learn and relearn and refine, you can build upon that skill. I see that a number of you came from the Telegram channel. We fire out signals in the Telegram channel, but before we do that, we fire it out first in the LCMS Traders Club, telling you whether to buy or sell, at which point to buy and which point to sell. You know, the take profits level 1, 2, and 3. If you're on the Telegram channel, you might get a bit confused whether to get out at take profit level 1, 2, or 3. Here we actually tell you whether to get out at take profit level 1 or 2. You know, we might say, hey, minimize your risk, close at 1, or if it's outside Bollinger Band, close at 2. It's all updated there, getting you through the strategy of how we choose to enter those trades as well. The step-by-step process behind every signal. So not only do you make money copying a signal, you also learn how to trade looking at the analysis here. So LCMS Traders Club, make sure if you're not already a member, click join. I know a few of you here are sitting there wondering, is this going to be helpful? Is this going to be beneficial? If you had jumped onto the call last night with me, you know, you would have made 110 pips just last night alone. At $1 a pip, you know, at a mini lot a pip, that's $110 already. Some of you were on standard lots and some of you were on 5 standard lots. I'm looking at Kenneth there, you know, so that's a few $1,000s already. That's the kind of information we'll be sharing on the LCMS Traders Club. All right, so I hope to see more of you joining. Let's look at the news. Let's look at the news coming up today. Let me move this to the side. I spoke about the Chinese PMI yesterday. I think I said that it was going to probably come out at about 51. Just missed it at 50.9. So it was quite a positive, a slightly positive signal from the Chinese economy. Manufacturing PMI increasing a little bit from 50.6 to 50.9. Better than expected as well. That's why we saw a little bit of an uptick in the Aussie dollar, you know, with that trading relationship between China. However, at 50.9, it still doesn't signify much of an expansionary move, right? It's in an expansionary phase, but not significant. So we saw the upward move, but you know, a little bit muted, not as big a move as we would have liked or as tradable. Okay, so still a good news. But today we're going to look at the euro. We're going to look at the euro. We're going to look at the euro pound as well. So let's focus a little bit on the news that we could see in the euro. Later today, 2 p.m., we got some pound news. That's probably not going to be much of a surprise. We have some euro news coming, nothing super important. Some CPI numbers, and as expected, you know, you expect inflation to be a bit terrible in the Eurozone, so it's going to go from 0.1 to minus 0.1. We could see that as additional need for stimulus into the Eurozone. So if it does come out at minus 0.1, we could see some further weakness in the euro dollar. And then not much else. We got CAD news tonight, and that's it. You know, not much on the US dollar as well. tomorrow, well, tonight we have at 12:30 tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, late tonight, we have Fed Powell speaking, testifying to Treasury. So that might be something that you watch out for, because he probably will come out saying that the economy is recovering, but there still needs to be a lot of implementation of tools such as QE, such as, well, bond buying, QE, and stimulus into the economy to help that recovery. So that's going to be what we look out for at 12:30 tomorrow morning or tonight. And then nothing much else for Wednesday until the evening, where we have the ADP non-farm employment change number expected to be quite a recovery, from minus 2,760 to plus 2,900K. So we could see some recovery there, which would lead into the non-farm employment change on Thursday. I said this yesterday, but just as a reminder, on Friday is going to be a bank holiday in the US because of 4th of July on Saturday. So non-farm, the employment numbers like non-farm and hourly earnings and the unemployment rate has been pushed forward to Thursday. That's why you see a little bit of a muted move in the markets over the past couple of days, leading into Thursday and also into the long weekend. So this non-farm, although we expect to see those numbers come up quite close, and as I said yesterday, we might see even quite positive numbers coming through on the non-farm. You know, we could see unemployment rate drop quite significantly from 13.3 last month. We could see employment change getting quite positive. We could see average hourly earnings improving, maybe at even minus 0.5. So we could see all that little bit of recovery. However, this is in addition to what I said yesterday. However, I think that with non-farm coming out on Thursday and a long weekend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we could see, despite some good news in the US, possible good news in the US data, we could see a muted move. We could see that, you know, most traders, investors, market participants have taken a super long weekend, and we might see less movements in that market, less movements in volatility when the news is being released. So be careful of that. You know, on Thursday, I'll tell you more about it on Thursday as well, but don't be tempted to jump into trades too much at this point, right? Don't try and force your trades too much. This is also the reason why yesterday I said it, I'll say it again today. For this week, probably not too much of long-term trades, not too much of long or medium-term trades, looking for more short-term trades, right? Those that you get in within the hour, get out within the next 1 or 2 hours. That 30, 40, 50 pip trade where you actively manage, jumping in from what we talked about yesterday, right? The euro, jump in, make some money, get out, jump into the pound, make some money, get out, then jump into the yen, make some money and get out. 3 trades in quick succession. Getting out, you could have 110 pips in a night, but it's actively managed. Okay, so with that in our mind, not medium long-term trades, more short-term actively managed trades. Let's look at the charts, especially the euro dollar. Okay, the euro dollar, this is on the daily time frame. So this is on daily time frame. This is one of the reasons why I say that you should not be looking at it in the medium long term, because look at where the euro dollar is right now. We're coming to the end of the month. We are at the end of the month in June, right? Well, we're in June. We're going to July. It is the end of half a year, so we could see a little bit of a profit taking. We could see a little bit of portfolio rebalancing at the end of this month. So, you know, markets might move a little bit, but no real clear directions. It might fluctuate up and then back down again as we come to this end of the month. However, it is sitting right in the middle between this support and this resistance level. At this point, it does look like Euro US might try to go up, but I think the downside is more attractive, right? If it does go up, that range for it to move up towards the 1.14, we have about 150 pips upwards. The stop loss might be 100 pips or even 90 to 100 pips down. Not super attractive at this point in time, especially with what we saw coming up. I would be more looking forward towards the euro coming down, breaking the 1.11 level, and looking to sell it down from here. Right. So at this point, I'll be a little bit more patient. Wait for that trade. Let it move. Let it go up. Let it go down. Let it do what it wants to do. I will only be interested to sell the euro down from 1.1170. Okay, so if we look at an H4 time frame, that might give us a better picture. Last week, I said that it was possibly going to go up and then come down, go up to about the 1.13, 1.14 level. It went up to about 1.1330 before coming down. At this point, same thing as what I said just then. I probably would wait for it to come down, test the 1.1170 level, and if it breaks lower, then I'll look to sell it down. So why I want that is because if it does break lower, I could keep my stop loss quite tight at about 50 pips to try for my 200, right? So risking 50 pips to try and make 200, a risk reward of 1 to 4 is a lot more attractive than if I were to try and buy it up from here, risking 100 to try and make 150. It's still positive, but I'd rather be a bit more patient, wait for that move downwards, only if it breaks the 1.1170 level. Okay, so all good on the Euro US at this point. I see Daniel with the summary. All right, no questions so far. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. We will check it periodically. So the next one we look at is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound actually is super interesting right now. Why I say that? It has climbed steadily. It has finally done. Oops, I just saw it blinking. What's happening? Ben, Euro Yen. I'll talk about it later. Let me just get through Euro Pound for now. Euro Pound, it's finally broken out of what has made me sound like a broken record, right? It's been sitting in that range, bouncing up, and it's finally broken the 0.9122 level. It's finally seems to have broken that 0.9122 level. Can it go higher? The likelihood is it's possibly going to move up, do something similar to this, move up towards the 9362 level. Okay, but as I shared yesterday with the Trader Club members, it was moving up. I think just last night we were talking about it moving up, and I said that it was possibly going to come down, test this support level again before going back up. At this point now, I do think that we could see it come down quite a bit. Look like it's trying to break lower. People might jump in to sell before breaking back up again. Okay, so at this point, I would say for Euro Pound, stay out of it a little bit. We'll talk about the Pound US dollar tomorrow, and then that will give us a lot of a better picture for Euro Pound. Nothing to rush into right now, so I'm quite happy to wait for Pound US dollar tomorrow before getting ourselves the big picture on Euro Pound. Right now, it might look like it will come down even quite low to maybe about this point here. Looks like it's testing the whole zone before bouncing back up again. So, don't get too tempted to jump into that trade to sell, because I know what you might be thinking. You go, hey, if it's selling here, I can risk 50 pips to try and make 80 or 150 or even 200. Fantastic risk to reward, but it is massively counter trend. At this point, you'll be going against about 3 weeks of upward move, which would be a counter trend. So I'll wait for it to come down, test that support, bounce back up, and then look to buy. You know, that patience to wait to buy will be quite paid off, quite well paid off. 60 pips stop loss, 180 pips take profit, risk reward of 1 to 3. That's why it's probably going to be a bit more worth waiting for that trade to play out. All right, I hope that makes sense to you so far. Okay, I would normally talk about the yen pairs on Thursday. So Thursday we talk about US yen, Euro yen, pound yen, and gold. But because Ben asked so nicely, let's look at the Euro yen quite quickly. Euro yen at this point looks like in the medium term it might go up. It's more likely to go up and test the 122.52 level. Mainly because of the US yen pushing it up along as it moves. That's on the daily time frame. On the H4, we could see that it's possibly going to sit there at this level before climbing back up. So Ben, if you really had to jump into a trade for the Euro yen at this point, you know, keep tight, super stop 50 pips for a possible 100 pips take profit. That might be something that could happen, but I don't think it will be something very high on my watch list at this point. There'll be a few other trades that might be a bit more interesting than the Euro yen, because, you know, we're talking about the Euro dollar possibly tracing down a little bit. So there might conflict with the Euro yen despite the look of it trying to move upwards. Okay, I hope that answers your question there, Ben. Good stuff. Okay, so ran through the Euro US quite quickly. Euro pound, pound US dollar we'll talk about tomorrow. That will give us a better picture of the Euro pound, and then also that quick snapshot on the Euro yen. Okay, so if you have any other questions, put it in the chat. If not, Chinwei, take it back.
Okay, thank you so much for your analysis, Jin. Yeah, so we have come to the end of the session. I've just launched I'll launch a poll right now. Please let us know how you guys feel about the session. Yeah, and yeah, so I also post up some links on the chat, like our YouTube channel, Telegram channel, and if you want to find out more about Jin, yeah, do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to receive a daily recordings of the video, like the video today, as we will upload it later. Yeah, and thank you so much everybody for joining the session today. Tomorrow we'll be talking about pound. So looking forward to see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. And Traders Club members, remember to join our coaching call tomorrow also. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.